Greetings viewers, and welcome back to the Super Daryl Deluxe walkthrough. I believe we had just beaten the, what's it called? The Lord Glockenspiel, the boss. Okay, coming up is going to be a ham melt that requires burn. So I'm gonna buy this one. Yeah, see it has melee and burn tags. So buy that. And then I believe it has to be level 3, rank 3. So and for now, I'm going to put it there because I barely ever use that skill array. So, aha! We're going to come out, get back to the entrance of the area here, past Georgia. We could have done this earlier, but there was no real point. Bridge of Armenhand. This doesn't look ominous at all.
Why, hello there! My name's Portal Repair Specialist, and my job is to find someone other than me to repair these strange rifts in space-time. I'm sure as hell not going in there. You, though, I see that curious glimmer in your glasses. You're wondering what this thing could possibly be. I'm afraid we aren't entirely sure what they are, or what causes them, yet. However, I do have a bit of information about them. For starters, they've been showing up in all of the classrooms ever since we launched Phase 0. I can only assume that the tears themselves are a result of some sort of instability in the dimension software. We also know that each one is fundamentally different in nature. Take this one, for example. It would seem that it is heavily influenced by this room, as well as the science classroom. If I had to guess, I'd say there are probably a whole bunch of nasty science and music-related creatures inside. But my job isn't to guess. It's to get someone else to close these portals up nice and tight. I've calculated that to close this particular tear, you would need to remove all of the critters living inside of it. Unfortunately, I doubt it would be very effective after you've been inside for more than a minute and a half. It won't collapse on you or anything silly like that, no. It will most likely just violently spit you out. Yep, that's science. Good old physics. So how about it? Nothing like traveling through wormholes in the name of doing my job for me. So yeah, we could have done this back when we first came here, so having leveled up a little bit since then, gotten some better equipment, it'll probably be extra easy. As you can see, these enemies aren't like powered up or anything. They're exactly the same as from the respective classrooms, so quite easy just to clear them all out. And exit. How peculiar. It actually worked. To think I was making most of that up as I went. Much more research is required before we get to the bottom of this. I am especially intrigued by the connections between classrooms. We never intended such links, but it is hard to deny they exist at this point. Well, that is all for now. Keep an eye out for other wormholes, my newly appointed lab assistant, and I will happily compensate you for closing them. Speaking of, here's a key that I found on the ground over there. See you at the next one, assistant. Okay. So now we have this key, and here's the lock for it. As you can see, there is a sign quest here. We have to slay 15 sleigh does. Here's a sleigh doe. We also need 19 of their drops, so we'll probably end up... there's one of them. We'll probably end up killing a lot more than 15 of them. This here, Glockenspiel key, we'll need that for later. Well, not need, it's technically optional, but you'll want it for later. There is the person we need to talk to for quest stuff later. And I failed that jump. Anyway, I want to go up here because they're more dense. Oh! How am I missing that? Alright. Maybe this is a running jump sort of situation. Yeah, there we go. Five more, and probably a lot more Clado. I wasn't paying attention to how many they've dropped so far. In fact, probably should. Oop, wrong one. Okay, I have 6. Okay, so I need 13 more of those. Things are so hectic that I never do quite pay attention to how many drop in a big melee like that, so I just have to come back in here and check again. Alright. 10 more. 9 more. Get back here. 8 more. As you can see, they sort of trade off where they spawn, up or down. Alright, 7 more, 6 more, 5 more, 4 more. 3 more, I think that was. 2 more. 1 more. That should be all of them. Just double check. Yep. Alright, 19 Clado. Back over here once more to check the sign. Got our reward, textbook, experience, some money. Speak to Leonardo da Vinci. Oh, well, hello there, young. Ugh. You must be another crony of that talentless alcoholic. I can smell his cheap booze a mile away. I can only assume that you, like the last few he has sent, are here to request money from me.
I will tell you this now. I am not associated with that man. In fact, I do not even know what business it is that he thinks I am a part of. I never asked for such a partnership. I introduced myself as a true Renaissance man, but the drunken deaf idiot heard businessman, and he's been nothing but a pain in the neck since, insisting that we work together. He even tried to win me over by playing a short piece from a terrible opera. Have you ever vomited from hearing music played for you? Neither had I until I met Beethoven. Oh, I tried to refuse his proposals. I really did. It's too bad the man can't hear a damned thing. No matter what I try to tell him, he just thinks I'm going to fund his music. I am sorry that he has roped you into his lunacy as well. I'm beginning to believe that the only way out is to actually give the man what he wants. I've been working on a painting that was meant for charity, but perhaps I need rid of Beethoven more than those poor, sickly orphans need food. Take it and sell it at the art gallery. It should be more than enough to satisfy that drunk cretin. Go, get that painting out of my sight. I do hope this is the last I hear of Ludwig von Beethoven. Okay. If you didn't get the rank 3 burn skill yet, use this locker to do so. Then come in here. Cubist Castle. We got more Slados. This guy here is Jared Kahn. This is not where I'm supposed to be. I got nothing to do with him yet. That'll be much later. Another ghost lock. Marcel Duchamp. I can't shake the feeling that something belongs here. Something extraordinarily ordinary. Alright. So there we go. Trash plus, burn, and rank 3 plus. Bam. Got ourselves shoulder pads, 350, and a football helmet. The shoulder pads and football helmet are level 9, so we can't use them yet. But we have a new enemy here. Eat Ball. We're going to need 10 of their drops. So we've got 2 right there. Fuzzy meat chunks. Oh no, I'm sorry, not 10. 7, I believe. They're, yeah, there we go. They're for the sous chef. Thankfully, yes, this is one for which we already have the quest, so I can check it up there without having to open my inventory. They don't seem to be dropping them very frequently, however. Okay, this fire punch, whatever the heck it was called, seemed pretty useful because of such a short cooldown. Come on, just one more fuzzy meat chunk. Come on. There we go. Yay. And we finally have enough stuff to turn in that quest, which we'll do in a bit. Come in here. Attention artists and peddlers alike. I did not get that one. Art critic. Bah, how uninspired. Did they hire a child to organize this gallery? Some interesting art in the background there. Psst. Hey, yeah, you. I'll give you $10 for that painting you got there. Okay. So, you can choose to sell the painting to him. So, how about it? $10 for the cheap art. Ain't gonna find a better deal. I'll even give you a discount on my own stock. Or, talk to Percy von Lugsworth here. Oh, ho! Now this here is a splendid work of art. Yes. You are quite the artist, and I love the orange pants. I will purchase this piece for 250 ducats. A most generous offer, you must agree. It is 250 ducats for this fabulous painting satisfactory? Do we have a deal? Okay, I forget precisely. I think that the $10 actually ends up being more money than the 250 ducats. But if you choose the ducats, you also get an accessory, which you may or may not want to use. I mean, like all the equipment in this game, it's going to be outdated pretty quick. But also, it's not like money is that hard to come by. And for this, for the purposes of this walkthrough, I'm going to choose the ducats because that causes the trenchcoat kid to do something else funny that I want to show you. Ooh, splendid. This will make an excellent addition to my collection. As a token of good faith, blah, blah, blah. Wrong button again. Okay. So he gave us... Oh. Ah! There we go. What is going on? There is something going on with my... It does not want to let me go down into the... What the heck? I don't know what's going on. This is annoying. Let me try exiting and coming back. No? There's something going on with my... No, it's doing the same thing with my keyboard. So I am going to... Oh, yeah, there's... Okay, it's not my other controller. There's just something going on with this one. Okay. Oh, did it stop? Okay, it stopped. I was about to stop the recording and exit the game. And anyway, Venus of Willendorf. 15, 10, and 10. So obviously better than either of these. I'm going to... Let's see here. So it would be plus 10, 5, and 5, or plus 5, 10, and 0. Yeah, let's replace the yin-yang necklace. Cool. Anyway, now that since we sold it to Percy, not the brightest star, huh? Could have made $10. What'd that fruit give you anyway? Useless history money? Well, a customer's a customer. Take a look at what I got. Just remember, you could have had a serious discount. He says that, but you wouldn't actually get a discount. And so yeah, now he's selling these items for $10,000 each, which, without cheating, good luck having that amount of money. As you can see, they have incredible stats, and infinite lives, like a cat, except better. Yeah, they're essentially a joke item. You only get access to them if you sold the painting to Percy, and this trenchcoat employee will be gone before the end game, so it's not like you could even do a bunch of grinding then. I don't think that you are supposed to be able to actually buy any of this stuff, is my point. I mean, come on, voice box. Now Daryl can talk. They must have, for those wanting to know the whole story. Yeah, this is obviously just here to troll us. Anyway, it's funny, but useless. Time to leave. all the way back over here. Then all the way back over here. And re-enter the theater. Go to the stage. Speak with Beethoven. Ah, there you are. Did you speak to my partner and receive the funding he owes me? That is all? 250 ducats is the best that greedy man could do? I am the one doing all of the work. How dare he keep me living on such feeble pay? Ah, no matter. You have done your job, as was required of you. In return, I shall give you my old harpsichord. It is missing a key here and there, but I suspect the termites haven't rendered it unfit to play just yet. Go on, take it. It is a prize fitting your efforts. You may not have been the best servant that I have had serve me, but I can tell you tried. I now require peace and quiet to finish my beautiful Fidelio. You are dismissed. And we're going to be coming back here in just a sec, but I remembered that I want to come upstairs. Yeah, we just got our quest item. And come over to the top here, and then drop down there for another glockenspiel key. Okay, now let's speak with Dr. Watson. Truly a mystery for the ages. Oh, and what a sad, depressing day. Pray, sit tight, strange lad, and listen to my tale. 'Twas a night like any other. Or was it day? I was in the apartment of my dear, sweet Sherlock. After a modest lunch of crumpets and milk, a lunch we have often shared together, Sherlock began acting strange. He was not interested in our usual nap time, but that was the least of the abnormalities. After a short argument, a flash of blue light whisked my Sherlock away, and revealed a demon woman in the place he had just occupied moments ago. With great fear, I ran from that place, and found a mysterious door leading to a gross, bleak, and suspiciously empty school. After a few more days, or was it hours, of wandering, I found myself in this place, searching for clues to point me toward Sherlock's whereabouts. That's when I saw it. A flash of blue light coming from underneath the manager's office door. Putting two and two together, I had solved a minor mystery of the Blue Demon Woman. She is the manager of this establishment. That is why I am still here searching for clues. Now, I've never been too great at this thing. Oh, cluing thing. This whole, cluing thing. But I think that you must gather clues before going to your main suspect. When I first began my investigation, I found a Frenchman upstairs that refused to answer his door. A man who does not answer his door is a man who has something to hide. I have already shown my face to that scoundrel, so there's not a chance in hell that he'll speak to me. But you, I can tell that I have engrossed you in this tale of woe and mystery. You have a friendly face. I am sure he would speak with you. As for me, well, I do believe our efforts can only be doubled by splitting up. The lingering scent of booze in here leads me to believe that someone is up to no good. Luckily, I have obtained the finest English technology, so that I may listen in on your quest. It is called wearing a wire. Carry that with you, and we can speak with one another to share clues. Shall we begin? Oh, it's just like old times. Cool. Here real quick. New side quest available here. Dorks and Droolers. I'm sure you've seen those nerds running around dressed like a yard sale and pretending to cast spells on things. We've avoided them for the most part because anyone who tapes fruit to themselves probably doesn't have much use for a textbook. However, we've recently come across some intel that suggests these dorks are up to something. Something that could possibly mean a profit for us. If we steal the idea, of course. Your next task is to go to their room, a club room in the South Hall, and figure out what they're up to. I have no idea what it could be. Paul saw the one with the maps stumbling around and muttering about the old art and music room. The secret to any successful business is having your fingers in as many pies as possible, Domingo. With our textbook startup taking off, we'll want another source of income, and beating these weirdos to market with their own technology is how we'll do it, just like any other reputable company. We'll accept an essay no fewer than 1,000 words outlining their product and detailing their go-to market strategy, or a sample of the product itself if it's easily accessible to you. If you do well, we can consider making a more effective page to that self-help book available to you. For purchase, of course. Okay. So, that's another thing we'll deal with later. Do a manual save. Sure. I guess you can... Great news. Looks like you got yourself a whole bunch of those experience points, and I hear all of you dorks talking about. Good for you. I bet you found a whole bunch of lunch money too, right? To honor this momentous occasion, I've got some new stock in for you that really encapsulates your personality. I hand-selected it myself. Yep, should be just what you're looking for. Take a look. Alright, so now offering average weenie stuff, which we don't need. I'm here to sell. Let's see here. Well, we only need one of these. And let's see here. Do believe we do not need any more cymbal polish or Mexican jumping beans. Never needed any mixtapes. Don't need this. Cool. Alright. So, Watson wants us to go upstairs. Come in here. Over here. Nope, wrong one. Next one. This one. Ah! Stop pounding on the door, you stupid moron! I told you I'm the... Oh, you haven't that... You aren't that confounded Englishman. It's only ever him or that tyrant of a manager we have here now. On top of their constant... wrong there. Interruptions, I can't concentrate around here because of those blasted ghosts and their sousaphones. Whatever you want, it's going to have to wait until they're taken care of. Okay, so... New quest, we have to kill 20 more of these guys. For some reason, the game devs really hate these particular enemies and want us to kill a whole bunch of them. Thankfully, at this point, they die pretty darn quick. Woo! Level 9, we'll deal with that in a sec. Okay. So, since we're now level 9, there should be a couple items we can equip. 50, 12, and 0, as opposed to 30, 10, and 2. Sounds good to me. 8, 48, 0. So 6, 30, 0. So the question is 18 points of defense more than 5% of defense? Well, easy way to check. We're at 135 right now. 147. Looks like it. And then I think there was Oh, we don't have a level 9 accessory yet. Okay. Cool. Bah! It's not working! Just get out of here! Goose, creepy musical gods, grating soundtrack, and a weird guy wandering around in a strange hat, leaking blue fluid all over the floor. Must be in cahoots with the new manager. Okay, so there's our clue. Guy leaking blue fluid from his hat, or something along those lines. Alright, I guess we could have gotten the glockenspiel key here. That would make more sense. Bam. Okay. Oh, is that a clue over there? Yeah, look at this. Blue footprints. Hey there, pal. We just installed this new door so people stop breaking their ankles on the way down. We've been getting a lot of complaints lately. Thanks, Bob the construction guy. So now we can go back and forth. Music teacher. Johnny, no more interruptions. Class, you might recognize this one. This is a popular piece by Handel called Water Music. George Friedrich Handel, late Baroque German composer, moved to England. Popular works include Zadok the Priest and Messiah. Ah, Johnny, no! You won't get away with this madness. Mad Johnny, I'm sorry you're mad. Music is tough, but there is music for everyone. What do you like, Johnny? Dubstep. No, turn it off! Oh, God, my ears! Hello there. You're a student, aren't you? You escaped too? Oh, thank heavens. Don't worry, I will get to the bottom of this. Johnny, he's a good kid. Needs some guidance, but he will tell me why they did this to us. I thought I heard his voice, telling someone to hide a key? I was knocking on his door. Then I'm falling. Hide that key. Hide. Hayden. Joseph Hayden. Alright. So now that we've spoken to him, these little busts here of Johnny have appeared all over. And they have... Well, that one had a fake key. One of them, at random, somewhere in this whole zone, has the real key. So we'll be going around and smashing those. But first of all, the 666 musical trials are that way, hun. Or you can take a number and wait. I'm sure Johnny won't actually keep you waiting 300 years. He's just busy is all. Yep, by the way, your ex-husband, who you were starting to date again, is dead. But, yeah. Anyway, we're going to come back in here for a sec. Nothing in that one. But in this one... Get another glockenspiel key. And the 663 trials later room. Very funny. Count Rogers locker combo. And then there's actually... There's not much reason to fight these guys at the moment, except that they're pissing me off. But hey, they dropped an item that I hadn't gotten before. Not going to use it, but theater mask suit. So, just in case you wanted to see it. Yeah, we could have, instead of going through that room, backtracked and gone up. But anyway. Magister of Maps. Fancy meeting you here. Wherever here is, fellow explorer. Skill Sorceress sent me here to scout for the first summoning area in the new Beta Boss campaign. The campaign book magically appeared in our guild hall overnight. It's a gift from the god of maps. There's no doubt about that. You should go and speak with Skill Sorceress about tackling the first quest, if you can manage to find your way out of here. But hey, that's what our map page is for, right? I bet if you were to look at our guild hall on your map page, you would even see the quest icon there, indicating that a new quest is available for you. Cool. Gonna come back in here real quick. Loading. And get another Glockenspiel key. Useful that. Can't destroy that one in the background. Still fake keys everywhere. Looking for the real one. I think it's completely random. It might be that you have to destroy a certain number of them before it shows up. I'm not sure. All I know is, there we go, got the real one. Okay, so now that we have the manager's key, which looks suspiciously like a paperclip, come over here, open that, hit that button, grab the manager's locker combo. You can look here, Johnny Soar, the Soar Winner EP. Yep. I like Heather's a Bitch and Heather's a Bitch remix. But anyway. Yeah, okay. So, find the manager's secret. There we go. This was opened up by that button we pressed. Okay, we got 8, 9, and 0. Get ourselves WFHS, that's Waterfalls High School Honors Sash. A sash given to exemplary students at Waterfalls High. Why was it in the music room? And $10. Well, that sash looked pretty darn good. So we're going to drop the dumbbell and equip this instead. 45, 20, and 20. Nice. Well, that's a shame. I didn't hear a damn thing with this contraption. I think the clues around here are just about dried up anyway. It's time I search for Sherlock elsewhere. Can I count on you to join me? Cool. And he gave us, you know, the standard money, experience, PP, but also duffel bag here. 525, 3. Yeah, be a little more defense here, but not as much offense. I don't know. I'm just gonna keep what I have. Okay. Let's see. I am going to I'm gonna go outside real quick. Oh, Roger's locker, we just got the combo there. 4, 5, and 3. bucket of blood. A delicious bucket of blood. Who knows when this could come in handy. Nice. Doing this in a different order than the written walkthrough, either way is fine. But it occurs to me that I would like to turn in this quest. Well, would you look at that? This cheese might be the moldiest cheese I ever seen. Must be exceptionally fancy. Tell you what, kid, you did me a favor. Now none of them kids are gonna come crawling in here bitching to me about how I ain't making them lunch and how they gonna sue. For that, I'll give you a small taste of my very own special butter. I call it luck butter. Rub it on your skin and all your dreams could come true. It's how I stay looking so young and employed. You come on back here tomorrow and we'll do business again. Cool. But I wanted this accessory. 8th of luck butter. 18-12-12. Chef Flex's special recipe. Rubbing it on your body brings you luck. Gives you a bit of luck. Rubbing this all over your body will grant you a small chance to find common jewels by killing things. Chances of acne will also increase. Okay, so obviously going to replace Venus with it. These accessories, the various luck butters, and you'll be able to get a more powerful version each day in the game. They are the best source of money in the whole game. Because those jewels that they cause enemies to drop, and that's any enemies, sell pretty well. So now at this point, anything we decide, we go and kill, and like we could go back to the science room and just farm the level 1 enemies that don't fight back if we wanted. But they now have a chance of dropping these jewels. Alright, I know that we're over 40 minutes already, but this last part is just, I just want to get it over with, so bit of a longer episode today. Gonna come over here, talk to the town claysmith. Oh, hello! Welcome to my exotic vase shop. Oh, gosh darn it. It doesn't matter. After tonight, there will be nothing left to sell, of my work to sell. Nothing to make a living on. First, that short man with his goons shut down the entire shopping and theater district, and that was hard enough on my business. But now I have to deal with a pack of bandits showing up overnight. I just know that they're breaking into my house as we speak and destroying my life's work. I spent years creating those vases, you know. Exotic, every one of them. If only someone would go put an end to those ruffians and their destruction. There's nothing that an old man like myself could do to stop them. So, except that we just have to kill 10 of these Fluffles the Bandits. And of course, as per usual, we also need their drops. 10 of them to be precise. There's one, stolen painting. So 9 more of those. And you know what? I forgot. This is here. Rank 4, range, and trash. Okay, so if we take a look, Blinding Logic has range. If we can get one more rank of that, it would cost $17.50. And then this one's also range. We'd need 3 ranks into that. And then this one. Except that requires level 10, so we can't equip it yet. So, it seems to me like Blinding Logic would make the most sense. But we gotta run back to a locker real quick. Closest one is gonna be over here. so do I have... Yes, I do have enough. I'm going to get that up to rank 4. Cool. Alright, so back here, Vienna streets. Go. And it nets us 1 textbook. Okay, so we've killed enough, but do we have enough paintings? Nope, only 3. We need 7 more. Oh no! The bandits are destroying all of his precious vases. Oops. Okay. Being stingy about dropping those paintings. There was one, and also a toy shield. Okay, so that's a weapon. 15, 28, and 3. So obviously, it's, as a shield, it's more defensive than attack. I lose 7 attack for a lot of defense, but you know what? I prefer attack. Kill the enemies quicker. How many paintings do we have? We need 3 more. Cool, cool. Come over here. That should be the 5th and last Glockenspiel key. Yep. Now we just farm for those 3 more paintings. There we go. 2 more. Another football helmet. That's not what I'm looking for. Really? Oh, yep, so still 2 more. Alright. Got 1 more. Come on. There we go. Alright. Here to turn in this quest. There's word on the streets, an odd man in bright orange pants fighting off the pack of bandits on my block. Thank you for your help, young man. You have done this old man a great kindness. Please take my lucky smock. I used to wear it during my younger days, and it saved my life more than once. I hope it does the same for you. Okay, so we gave you the smock. It's not actually very good. The stats here, 25, 5, and 0 are, well, sucky compared to what we already have. And then the passive there, do you find dying to be unpleasant? Your enemies struggle to kill you when your health drops below 15% and your defense is increased to 300. Yeah, so little less than double defense, but you'd have to be at 15% or less health, does not sound good to me. I'm not good enough at the game to effectively run around at that little health and not die. If you are, go ahead, but I'm gonna ignore it. It's awful. I just received word from back home. It seems like those bandits managed to destroy all of my vases despite your effort. Yes, the bandits did that. All of my life's work, gone. My exotic vases, smashed to pieces in my own home. All of the money inside of them was taken, too. I'm ruined. What did I do to deserve this? Listen, please, my only hope is to get my hands on some new clay to start rebuilding what I've lost. I have no money to purchase it, but perhaps you could find some for me? I was cursed by a gypsy a few months ago, and for a while all of my creations came to life and escaped. They're surely still rolling around here somewhere, and their clay should still be good to use. There's no way I can retire off of anything I make now, but I can at least make enough to survive. Please, I have no other choice. Okay, so he wants clay dough, and we already have a bunch, so... Oh, thank you, a silver lining on this dark, depressing cloud of a life-ruining day. I don't have much to give now that everything I worked to create was destroyed by those heartless, life-ruining bandits, but I did find some junk lying around that you can have. I hope you make good use of it. Cool. So he gave us an accessory. The artist palette. Yeah, it gives plus 5 experience every time you kill something. Which, you know, not bad. But I'm not sure it's worth giving up either of these. I mean, definitely not that, because that passive is just so huge. And this one has such good stats. I'm gonna say no. And by the way, I wasn't paying attention. It looks like... Nope, we still haven't had a jewel drop. The chances are pretty low. Another painting? Alright. Come over here. All the way over here again. Speak to Leonardo. You again. I can smell Beethoven's booze on you before you arrive, you know. It's disgusting. How did all of that business go, anyway? I do hope he's done taking advantage of your willingness to blindly follow orders. In any case, I have something for you to do. I was recently admiring the scenery in this newly constructed world that we find ourselves in, and against the suggestions of my wiser friends, I was doing so at night. Now, I'm not one to believe in giant humanoid rats, especially of the knife-wielding variety. But I swear on my honor as an artist that that's what I saw. I wonder if that's a Warhammer reference. Anyway. How do I know that the dark was not playing tricks on my eyes? Well, they also robbed me of my entire collection of cheese paintings. You have to get close to do that sort of thing, and I know what I saw. Those paintings were the first full collection of still life work that I have ever done. Back when I was still in my starving artist years. It would happen that painting food does not satisfy the hunger that a lack of real food creates, but it did make me famous. Fancy that. But I digress. Will you help me recover my paintings? They are important to me. I will reimburse you favorably, of course. Okay. You know how, now that I think of it, these really weren't worth getting back. Yep. So, got the quest, immediately turned it in. He gave us this weapon, which is the equivalent of the smock, but weapon form. You have to have below 15% health, and it increases your strength And once again, not worth it. So, we're done here. Okay. Oh, I actually want to leave now. And I am going to call it here. End of this episode. We will check out the D&D Kids next. Hope you enjoyed it, and happy gaming. Bye.